Rightio then. Hello everyone. Welcome to round 5 of OTLR. I'm Ashton the Brit and I'm joined by Lanky. And hopefully, for the first time of trying, you can hear him. Can you hear him?
Hello.
Yes,
Hope
they
so.
can. Oh my god. That's one That's one thing marked off the list to go. Anyway, we are going around Austria today. Here is the track map. It's going to be 10 turns, 2.6 miles. 4 kilometers for those Americans. It's 4.3. I think it's actually the other way around. So 4.3 kilometers, and then the other one for the Americans. I get those confused around. I know we do have some Americans racing today. Speaking of people that are racing today, we do have a full house. Here is the standings after last time out. Still at the top. Get that. Double still right there. Still Squared is at the top with 74 points with quite a margin over Griffin, who takes P2 over Hilly after getting a great race and a podium last time out. It's going to the standings, it's still led by Ferrari by more than 50 points. So they are on for a strong start. Will it be a very interesting race? Last time out, we had a safety car within the first 5 laps. Let's hope that's not the same for today. But we're about to move on to qualifying, where all 21 drivers are set to go and do a time. And it's kind of sucks that there's only 21 drivers, because that means whoever's 21st, it'll be a bit difficult to get onto them. Right. No one's out of the pit
after
yet.
a few laps.
Yeah. That's strange. No one's out of the pit yet. That's a first. Usually you get someone like, I don't know, a few drivers out straight away. Do we think there will be a wet race? Let's hope so. Actually, let's get this one. So, right. Oh, apparently some people haven't even loaded in yet. Check this chick on stream. You know what? Oh. United are going to do really bad this season. I think it starts in around 2 weeks, don't it? And I know you're a City supporter, Lanky. So what's your current thoughts on this upcoming season? As a City supporter, that is.
Yeah, a United supporter.
A City supporter. I've decided for
United.
you. There's no way about it.
On the other side
Other side.
The red side.
No, it can't be red because Manchester is blue. Anyway, Hilly out for his first lap. Just gonna rage bait some of the people in the chat while we wait for the qualifying to get underway. How is it looking? It's looking pretty good. Who is that overtakes for that top spot? That is Nobody Cares. Now I'm gonna have to press F8 all the way until we get to Nobody Cares, because he decides to go around first, even though it's the most difficult for to get to him. But hopefully he can get up there so I don't have to press F8 a bunch of times. How will he do? He hasn't took pole ever since coming down from Division 1. He's been close to it. Won the race last time out with that one stop. Can he do the same again today? Here he is starting his lap with a Ferrari just a bit behind. He might get a tow from that Williams just up ahead. So far, he looks like he's flying through Sector 1. It's going to be a 16 flat. Fastest Sector 1 being the first car across the line to set the lap. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate from here as the Williams gets out of the way. The Ferrari of Hilly that was behind him has slowed down. His teammate just about overtakes. But Nobody Cares now, coming towards the end of Sector 2. Very short track, this one. predicted pole will be into the fours. Imagine mids to low fours. We shall see. See what Snowbody sets as a banker lap. That might give us a bit of some information of where they'll do. A 45.2 for sector 2. I'm wondering what sort of time this will be as it comes to cross the start finish line. This corner here, most easy to invalidate. Took it quite well, crosses the line. It's going to be a 4.9. Next up is one of the Alpines. I believe that might be Drizzle. No, it's Griffin all the way down in P20. He goes P2 for now. Jack up to P4. Still gets a pole by quite a margin, 4.4. What about Hilly, his teammate, who had a bit of a bad race last time out? He's on a double out lap, so I don't think he'll be setting any times just yet. What about Aiden? Aiden has invalidated. However, his teammate of Tyre Clear goes up to P6. What about Land Oskar 181? Land Oskar, or Land Zero Scar, sorry, in the Mercedes. Oh, why didn't I read it like that? Anyway. The Mercedes driver, I think this might be his first race here. He climbs up to a 5.5, good enough for P5. Loads of fives in that lap. Pipe Tech has
it could be
invalidated.
Lando Scar, sorry. Lando Scar, that does make sense.
Cost Dynamo gets up to P10 for 12.9, probably going for another double out as well. Kev the Slice in the Aston Martin. He's just beginning his lap. There is a few Red Bulls on a lap. Where is Sid? Sid up to P4. Only 2 drivers in the 4 so far. What can this Aston Martin do? Actually, I think we might have... No, we don't. Aiden had invalidated.
That's a strong lap from Steele, I must say, for a banker.
It's almost like he should just go up straight to Division 1.
I was sort of... Yeah.
Kev the Slice, though. Purple Sector 2. Don't know how purple that is, but I know it was quicker than Snowbody's 45 flat for Sector 2. So, let's see what he can do as he comes towards the final corner now. What can the Aston Martin driver do? So he's about to cross the line. He jumps all the way up to P7 with a 5.3. So must have lost a chunk of time somewhere. We have Pipe Tech on a lap. We got a car just ahead of him. No. What car is that? I think it might be the Haas of Jack. Nope, it's not. Keeping track of all of these cars.
It's not easy on a quick track like this one.
I think it's Hilly. It's Hilly. He's 6 seconds up on his time. Sector 2 wasn't as quick as he would have hoped. He might be coming into the pits as he does so. And back onto Aiden. Aiden has invalidated, so that's his lap over for now. Pipe Tech just behind. Hopefully he doesn't suffer the same fate. It's going to give the Haas a pretty nice tow. He comes up and gets P2. Gets ahead of Nobody Cares, Jack. He's raced here before. His first race of the season on these new cars. And he's P2. Showing good pace from him. Ty Clear is a 10th up on his time. The 10th up will put him up to P4. Hopefully he can find some more time and get ahead of the likes of Jack and Snowbody, since it is quite close between P2 to P4. Saying that, it's pretty much close between all the drivers all the way down the grid. How much is he improving by towards the end of Sector 2? He's lost a chunk of time, so he won't be improving. Does have a Red Bull behind him. There's only one Red Bull, and that's Sid, and he's on an out lap. So you go back on board of Aiden, who is setting a lap. Passes the Red Bull driver as Sid. He invalidated his first lap. Hopefully he doesn't do the same again. Looks like a decent lap from him. Crosses the line. It's going to be a 6.2. Puts him down P16. I think Sid is now starting his lap. He's currently sat in P7. Pipe Tech jumps up to P4, actually, with 5.1. Good lap from him. Just about missing out to Somebody Cares by the smallest of margins. Sid not being able to keep it on track. I think Mirror's just set a lap. So who else was next? One of the Aston Martins of Jack. No, his teammate. Kev the Slice has invalidated, but he was a 10th down. Back on board with Nobody Cares, who was a 10th up on his time. Still not the best of sector 2s, but goes across the line for a 4.7. Jumps back ahead of Jack. I think it might be... No. You just wait to see what driver. I think it might be Mirror. Mirror sat down in P12. Mirror definitely has got his tracks where he could be up there. Let's see if Austria is one of them. So far, it's not looking likely. 5 seconds down in his time. He's going to be looking to come into the pits once again. I think it is Sid. Is Sid on a lap? I think he
He's
is.
on
He
1 minute
continues.
9.
Oh, what the
so-
hell? Oh, no.
What just happened there?
Yeah, that's the that's the Brummy
Did he just-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's the Brummy Wi-Fi right there. Jeez, I think he might have got his Wi-Fi from Tesco or something.
It won't even let me go on to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just crossed the line for me.
Yeah, but it won't even let me select him
Oh,
to spectate now.
it will for me, but he's in the pit. So, what about Hilly?
Mhm.
Hilly's gonna have to improve by quite a bit if he wants to get
Keeps
up there with
jumping
his
past him.
teammate. It's always got to be Sid, hasn't it?
Oh, there you go. Now I can go on him.
Hilly's coming to cross the line to set a first valid lap. Sets a 4.7 to make it a Ferrari 1-2. So nobody cares. Just 10 milliseconds behind. What about Griffin? Can Griffin improve any more than he currently is? He's 5/10 up in his time. So he's going to be looking to jump ahead of all the 4 drivers ahead of him. Sorry, I can't count. Let's see if he's got any more time to find in the final corner. The most easiest corner to invalidate, but the one where you find the most time. Goes to cross the line. It's going to be a 4.9. So lost a bit of time, but does improve ahead of Pipe Tech. Next up is Billy, I believe. No, it won't be Billy. Would it be the Alpine of Drizzle? He's slightly down on his time from Sector 2. Did he find any more time in Sector 3? Crosses the line for 6/10 of improvement and sits P12 just behind Alberta Tetris. We have the Ferrari of Still starting his lap. Next
Andres coming through.
is Andreas, the McLaren. I think he's just starting his lap.
No, he did do that lap, but he was only 6,000ths faster than his other one. So almost identical on his other time.
RS Salguero is finally sets a time at 10.6. Might have made a mistake, looking to improve. We have another Audi of Billy. He's 0.5 and a bit up on his time. Jumps up just behind his teammate. So it's an Audi 3-4 and a Ferrari 1-2 right now. Jack will be looking to improve on his time. Drizzle is not improving. We go back to no, it's Mirror. Mirror's on an outlap. What about Dizzle? Dizzle jumps up to P9. And then Griffin, no. Go board was Still. He's sat on provisional pole, not improving in Sector 2. 7 minutes left on the board. He's able to find a bit more time with these 7 minutes left. No, doesn't improve. So that's a 4.5, which still would be provisional pole. So plenty of improvement from these drivers. Nobody cares is currently on a lap. He is not improving that much. 31 milliseconds was the only improvement for Sector 1 this time round. So it comes towards the end of Sector 2. He's only a 10th up on his time. It's still going to be an improvement as long as he doesn't invalidate in any of these final few corners. His teammate gets ahead of him, actually. I just know he doesn't. Well, I'm tripping for a second. Don't know what's going on there. But he improves and gets ahead of Hilly by 10th. We got one of the V cars. I think that might be Ty Clear. No, it's going to be Ty Clear's teammate of Aiden. He's almost 5/10 up in his time. He's going to be looking to jump up quite a few positions. Goes up to P14. 8/10 of an improvement. What about Sid? Sid is a 2.5 down on his time, so he won't be improving anytime soon. Ty Clear is slowing down for the cars on a lap. believe that was Billy that was passing him. He was down in sector 1. What about sector 2? He's 3 tenths down in sector 2 as well. Does have the Mercedes in front of him, who has also invalidated. So what about Aiden? No. Kev the Slice, he's not on a lap. His teammate is on an out lap. What about Shrek Totalis? He did a personal best in sector 1. He's currently on the medium tires. Obviously, we have a lobby reset, so any tires you want to use, you can. See if it helps him
and
find any
Hilly's
time.
Oh, sorry, I was on board with Hilly then, and he was improving, but he's dropped it.
4 minutes left to go, and he has took it into the gravel. Hopefully, he doesn't do that when he comes to his final run, if there's time to find.
Yeah, got time to get in the pits and get back out. Luckily, with this one being a short track, still 4 minutes, so plenty of time.
Shrek is almost 2 tenths up on his time. Where will he jump up to? He climbs all the way up to P18. Just loses a bit of time in that final turn. Kev the Slice has invalidated. Aiden is improving, but he does have an Alpine ahead of him of Drizzle. Oh, he's lost a chunk of time. He's now 5 tenths down. Must have made a mistake somewhere. Jack, he's on a lap. He's currently P6 of a 4.9. Invalidates on his final run. Would have put him P2. However, with 3 minutes 50 to go, he might just about have time. If not, it's looking like it's going to be lower down for him. Aiden comes into the pits. We have a V-carb, I believe that is, or Williams. Neither, I don't think. Do you have a few people on outlaps? Oh yeah, it's Pipe Tech in the Williams. He's starting his lap, but he's invalidated this lap and next lap. So you'd imagine he's going for a double outlap. We have, who was I on with? It was Drizzle. Drizzle is currently on a lap. He's sat behind the Mercedes. Is he going to be using him as a nice toe? There's not really that many places around this track where you can. I mean, apart from that first straight and then the long one going up to turn 2. Or turn 3, because this track's a bit weird. But he's actually down on these times, so go back on board with the Mercedes, who is 17 milliseconds up.
We've got our 22nd driver in now. JB covering for Adam.
Lando's car is a 10th up. That would put him all the way up to P15. If he can find any more time, that would be ideal. Crosses the line to set a time of a 5.4, gets P16. Is Hilly on a lap? No, he is not. But you got the top 3 all right next to each other, unless that's just the teammates. It is just the teammates. Go on board with Jack in the Aston Martin. He's down on his time in sector 2. What about sector 3? Doesn't find any time for his final run. Healy has invalidated, so he won't be looking to go and set any more laps. We got Drizzle starting his out lap. And then we got Dizzle and Drizzle, sorry. Drizzle's improving. Dizzle's on his out lap.
Hilly might get a chance to go again if he hasn't taken too much time out of the tires, wear out of the tires. Hopefully, if he can get around quick enough.
He will be, nope, still is slowing down, probably to just go again. Nobody cares though. He's starting his final run. With these tracks like this, you really struggle to see where people are on the laps. Everyone's always going for either a double out lap or a single one. He is 3 tenths up in his time. Hopefully he can get into the 5s. 7 tenths up is Andreas. So he's looking to gain quite a few positions. If he can keep it up in the final sector, does have a bit of traffic ahead of them, but they should be out of the way by the time he actually approaches them. The Aston Martin just waits a tiny little bit. Should have time to go again. Andreas crosses the line, set a time of a 5.8, but stays P20 for now, missing out by only 10 milliseconds. Still, it hasn't validated. Hilly's in the gravel, so he won't be setting a time. So nobody cares. I don't think made the Hilly's been disqualified from the race, the qualifying session. Sorry. Cost Dynamo up to P5. Can he find any
I
more
wonder what he
time?
did.
He got himself in the gravel. We do have a Mercedes stopped on track as well.
Yeah, he's stopped in the gravel at the moment. I think he's just keeping out of the way.
Oh, as Jack actually takes pole, so that's going to be pole for him, as Still didn't improve on his first run. So out of nowhere, Jack steals the spotlight from Still, and for the first time this season, we have someone else on pole position. Unless Cost Dynamo can do something about it, improves by 2 tenths, splits the Audis. But other than that, Still couldn't improve from his banker lap, and Jack takes that top spot for now. Missing out by a few hundredths of a second. And that's going to be our grid. Jack P1. Finally, someone overtakes Still. Still not getting a point for pole anymore. I know nobody cares. I'll be happy about that. His chance to win the championship back on. But yeah, top 3 is pretty much what you expect it to be. We could have had Hilly, however, he didn't have the best of qualifying sessions. Only one driver on the medium tyres, and he's out qualified 3 people. JB was too late to go and set a lap, so he's down in P21. Don't know what's happening with Hilly. Based it on the past disqualifications, he might be staying P22. But we shall see. That is our grid for now, as we go to the lobby reset, and then hopefully the race. We don't have an intermission screen, and I don't want to find something to speak about for the next 5 minutes. So we're going to watch this, then take a brief intermission. Oh, we're crossing Sector 1. These 3 people are going to be getting in trouble.
Get off your brother.
So Austria is known for the wet. I hope we haven't really had we've had wet qualifying, but we haven't had a wet race yet, have we, in this division? I don't think yet this season. So a mixed condition one would be nice, or something like that, just to put a spanner in the works.
Yeah, crowd is looking kind of great towards the end of the qualifying, but lobby reset might mess that up. Right. Any predictions in the chat? Spark up a convo, or it might be pretty silent for the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, so I can't set I can set most of the grid, but there's a couple people that have disconnected.
Right, are we about to get going? I think so.
Yeah, one of the drivers are disconnected.
Yeah.
And didn't manage. He said to hold up on the ready up, but didn't manage to get in time. I don't think. Which means I don't think he's going to have a car.
Nope. Unless I can invite him in time.
Yeah, I can't do the pause screen now, but I did send him one.
No, I don't have him on Steam. Eesh. Oh, he's in. I don't think he's going to have a car.
Hmm. Going to be in the spectate the same as us.
Yeah, he doesn't have a car. Eesh.
Oh, there's the beep.
Right. We are about to get going, I guess. So lights out. The Alpine had a great start, or that's a drive-through. That's going to be one of the two. It's going to be a drive-through for him. Don't know what's going on here, but is still flying even with that drive-through.
Yeah, so a bit
Bit of a
hasty
messy.
getting off the line.
Yeah, there's quite a few drivers with drive-throughs actually. Jack still technically P1 as Drizzle will have to come into the pits. Nobody cares. Just about is he going to be able to get ahead of Still? He does so for now. Still's going to look for the dive on the inside. Real to real as they come through sector 2. Nobody with the advantage at the current time. Can he hold on to his position? Looks like he can. Climbs up to P3. So Still already losing out. Tries to make another move around the outside. Gets a bit too ambitious and pushed off the track. Drizzle comes into the pits for that drive-through penalty. Still goes wide, loses a few positions. That is now the two Audis up to P2 and 3. Sid up to P5. And we got some more drivers into the pits to serve some drive-throughs. So not the best of starts for some of these drivers. Is Billy going to be making a move on his teammate? Looks for the inside. Hopefully he can get the move done before the corner's even made. Otherwise he might have to pull off something. Sid overtaking Still. Don't see that every week. Sid up to P4. Got Mira and Aiden towards the back fighting it out. McLaren versus V-Carb. I think Aiden's about to go and make the move. Mira doing well to defend. Keeps his position for now. Aiden still P13. Still getting pretty close to the back of Sid, almost side by side. Rear wheels just touching these front wheels. Doesn't make any moves yet. Tyre clear on the Aston Martin. Cost Dynamo climbing position. So is Hilly. Sid loses the place to Still. Still now without that 1 second gap. Snowbody and Billy are fighting. Going side by side for sector 2. Chasing down Jack. Billy just takes back that position for now. Stays P3. That allowed Still to catch up slightly. Sid falling back even more than he previously was. We got Pipe Tech and Trek Totalis fighting it out, I believe. The fight for 20th. Tie clear on Sid.
Big gainer off of that start is Hilly from last up to P12.
Yeah, 5 drivers all getting drive-throughs. Still falling back just a bit now, 1.1 second. Was P2 at the beginning of these 4 laps. No safety car yet, so that's a good sign. Billy overtakes Snowbody on the straight. How much longer will he be able to keep that position for, though? Does it come to the next overtake zone, which is pretty much straight after the first one? Doesn't gain that much time. Griffin falling back from Still quite a bit. Kev looking to make a move on Griffin. Goes for the outside, which is a bit of an unconventional move to do right there. Doesn't get it done. Stays P6 for now. This is a terrible camera from EA. Yellow flag somewhere in sector 2. That is Still has spun it. Drops down all the way to P11. So not having the best of starts to his race. Was second, now 11th.
That's big for the championship as it stands. Obviously, loads of race left to go for him to get back up there, but
yes, I was going to say it's huge for Griffin, but Griffin's just pitted.
Yeah,
might have picked up some damage. It is good for whoever's third, which is Hilly, but he's down in P11. Sid gets his first 3-second penalty of the day. Billy on Jack. The two Audis are looking strong when it comes to the race pace. They just need to work together and overtake this Haas. Oh, Billy struggling on the exit. Almost had a bit of a spin. Ty Clear doing well to stay with that front pack as well, or at least from 4th. He needs to make a move on Sid and Kev if he wants to try and get up, but has a his rear tire is just a bit loose, spins a little bit. Car seems to be a bit unstable. Lost a bit of time to Sid. Still struggling to overtake Jack. Jack and the Aston Martin is defending his position for 9th. Has got the advantage at this current time. It's getting really close between the two Ferraris behind as well. Those two drivers obviously will be working together as the Aston Martin tries to break the toe. Still helps his teammate with the toe. Hilly overtakes Still. Still had a bit of a moment with the V-carb. Don't know what happened there, but Aiden goes spinning. And it's falling back to P13, possibly even more. Hilly does overtake Jack, and out of all of that, Still doesn't find any more positions.
Billy all over the back of Jack at the moment. He had a little peep down in turn 4. He's going to have a little look now onto turn 6. And there's contact.
That is a bit unfortunate. He still manages to claim P3 for now, but you have lap 6, a lap of contact, is what we've started to notice here today. Still gets a 3-second penalty. Not having the best of races. Pressure is getting to him on round 5 when it comes to the championship. Could this be the turning point? The gaps have already started to form after 7 laps. Still got 29 laps left to go.
Yeah, and the penalties are starting to roll in pretty quick as well.
So nobody cares. Should be able to make the move on Jack before the corner. Seems to have the pace to do so. Gets ahead before the corner and stays ahead for now. Snowbody up to P1. Jack falling down to P2. Still falling back from his teammate just a bit. Overtakes Jack, but Jack is still fighting for that final point.
Shrek opted
Hilly
to
has
start on the
spun it.
soft.
Hilly loves the gravel around this track. He is fallen down to P11, possibly P12 in just a moment if he can keep that position. Looks like he does.
He's on the hard tire as well.
Hmm.
Surprising, because the mediums aren't the best around now. You start feeling the difference between the medium and the hard, but it's quite shocking in the way that he's struggling already on the hards.
Sid and Ty Clear fighting it out. Ty Clear losing some positions. Hopefully not anymore. I think Sid just had a bit of a spin. I heard the tires screech. Billy falling quite back from his teammate and Jack now. Ty Clear looking to overtake Sid once again. Has the advantage of the inside line. Stays ahead of Sid for now. Fighting for 6th, 7th, 7th.
Those two have been fighting quite a lot together during the season. I've noticed that in quite a few races, Sid and Ty seem to be around the same sort of area as each other quite often.
Mira is about to overtake Sid. Have returned to the era of Sid having the worst internet problems.
He used to be bad a couple of seasons ago, and then he sorted it out, but it looks like it needs sorting out again.
Yeah. So we got some more moves about to be made. Mirror on Sid. Has the slipstream, doesn't use it to his advantage. He's going to go for a late dive. He doesn't. Still struggling to catch up to the back of Mirror and Sid. Yellow flags in turn
Someone's
1.
dropped it, turn 1.
That is going to be Pipe Tech coming out of the pits. He's done a me, and he's spun on the exit. He's also on the hard tires. Jack and Snowbody are starting to fly away from the rest of the grid. 2.5 seconds is the gap already. Still catching up to the back of Mirror, but he's also got a penalty. Jack comes into the pits. I'm assuming he's going for a 2-stop.
Yeah, got to be now. But if he's going that early on the medium.
That allows Billy to get back up to P2. Kev P3. Mira having a good race. P6 at the current time. Jack and Sid, also comes into the pits. That allows still to get back up to 7th, but is still 1.3 behind Mira. Aiden in the V-Carb chasing down the Mercedes. 6 tenths is the gap. Sid comes out in a tight spot, I believe. It's going to be between the McLarens and the Red Bulls. We'll see where he comes out. I think he might just about to get ahead of his teammate of JB. As he does actually miss out. Gets ahead of his teammate, but misses out to the McLaren. And you can tell that Sid had wing damage, because when you look over to his car, he's got no nose.
I don't know, half looks so strange when you see them from head on.
I think maybe Still might have some damage as well, since it was 1.1, but it's now 1.8 behind a Mirror. Hilly's chasing down the back of the Aston Martin. We can tell he's going to get frustrated sitting behind. So going to be making a move coming up to turn 1. The Haas behind those two as well. He's going to get caught up in all of this, which is going to be good news for Nobody Cares. He's going to be able to build his advantage. Cost Dynamo and Kev just under 2 temps. gets ahead of him for P3. Hilly finally gets ahead of Jack, or does he? Still side by side, pushing each other into the wall. That right there could potentially be a virtual safety car. As expected, that is what happens when two cars go into the wall. So Ferrari not having the best of days. Both seem to be struggling. Hilly more worse than Still.
And Jack's now got no wing at all, so the rest of this lap is going to be horrible for him to get that back to the pit.
And this is going to be good news for Snowbody, but he doesn't decide to come into the pits, which I think might have been a bad call there, since it would have saved him some time.
You can stretch the one stop. Maybe he's thinking of going down that road.
His teammate comes into the pits, so does Still, so does Mirror. So he's going to have a disadvantage, I think. Still got quite a margin to go left in this race. Go on board to see if we can see his delta. Safety car won't be ending soon. I think he should have pitted. It's lasted long enough where it would have worked out for him.
There's nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and he's left the session, so I'll have to quickly try and get him back in.
That's a bit of a shame. From leading the race, from leading the Oh, Aiden gets a drive-through penalty, and I think I just saw another penalty come through as well. We got a few drive-through penalties. We got Still with a drive-through, Lando's car with a drive-through, Alberta Tetris with a drive-through. So yeah, when
What
you
is
come to
going
Ferrari
on?
stinkers, definitely having one. Hilly down
Classic
in
Ferrari strat.
Yeah. It's about as realistic as it's gonna get. Hopefully, Snowbody can join back on time if he wants to try and keep his lead. I imagine AI is going to be pitting him this lap.
Yeah, he's not showing online at the minute, so I'm having to dig for his name.
He might have had a complete PlayStation cutout. Who knows? High Clear looking to overtake Kev. Somebody Cares has joined. Still with an 8.9 second lead. But will his AI bring him into the pits? By the way he's taking his line, it's not looking likely. And somehow his AI is being pretty smart here, which I imagine is probably what he wanted to do. When he joins back, he's going to see that his main rival has a drive-through penalty, and he's going to have to come into the pits to try and serve that. So you don't want to be fighting around that spot of the track that much, otherwise it might cost you. And he doesn't come into the pits. Has Ferrari told him that he's got a drive-through, or they're doing what they do to Lewis Hamilton? Who knows?
Tell him as he comes in. That was bad, that.
Oh yeah, pit this lap. Oh, by the way, you got a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, like who come up with that idea?
Aiden comes in to go and serve his drive-through. You know, he's still fighting mirrors like he doesn't have one, so we shall see. If anything, he's helping out his rivals ahead.
But that gap from Snowbody to Koss is really coming down. Even though Snobody's back in control of his car now, it's really chopping down. So them mediums have run their course, I think.
As Ty comes into the pits, that allows Kev up to P3. Billy is flying, a new fastest lap for him, a 6.8. Still comes into the pits for his drive-through. Jack gets a 3-second penalty. still comes out of the pits just ahead of his teammate. I don't know if you remember this, but a few seasons ago, my very first race for OTLR, the whole grid had a penalty apart from me. And I just think that's aura. Don't you?
Was it at this track?
Yeah, it was this track and it was raining.
This track. Yeah.
And it was raining. Just for some bit,
Oh
like
yeah,
a
so
tiny bit more aura.
you did. Yeah, you did
Yeah.
a bit. You did well there because
It's-
it's even harder to keep it within the limits in the wet.
Yeah. As Kev comes into the pits, Billy is looking to be net leader of this race at this current time. He's well within the pit window of his teammate, and there is actually a Red Bull off track. No, he's not off track, but he's just going really slowly. That is JB. Aston Martin flies past him. Kev the Slice coming out of the pits, probably behind the two Red Bulls. Sid and Still are fighting, both on fresh set of tyres. Can we see a defensive Sid masterclass here right now? So I think if everything that's happened, I think there's only like one or two drivers that are actually on the strategy for the one stop.
Yes, nobody's just come in the pit lane. So you're doing 16 on the mediums. He should be able to get to the end on the hard.
Yeah.
But they went very nice at the end.
It's getting pretty scruffy between Sid and Still. Still just about able to get ahead. Nobody comes out of the pits, and he's looking like he's going to be sitting right behind the V carb or potentially the McLaren if he's quick enough out of the pits, or maybe even in front of the McLarens if he's coming out of the pits. And I think he actually does. So when it comes to traffic, this is going to be huge for him. He's going to have to get those tires warmed up and then start flying, since the gap to the leader is not that far. I think his AI did him a few favors there. Sid and Steel still fighting. Bit of contact there as they exit the corner. Got a first retirement of the session. Lando's car into the pits. Sid up to P9. Those final points positions, all with penalties. So it is going to be a fight on track. Alberto Tetris down in P18. He's looking to overtake Aiden. He's getting real close to the back of him. Doesn't go for the dive coming into this corner. But still back on Sid. Gets it before I even switch around. Yellow flags coming up to turn 2. Don't want to be making a move there. The car has been cleared. He is free to overtake. Sid is in the middle of an Italian panini right now. I think that's the word for it. Stuck in between the two Ferraris. Imagine these
he
guys
looked a bit indecisive on what side he wanted to go then.
Imagine these two will be working together just to fight for that final points position. But
Sid
takes Still out. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Caught that one. Yeah, a bit of a lunge from Sid, and then Steele's closed that door on him, and
Dear
yeah, that was the result.
What was Sid thinking? Am I right? Anyway, he's up to P9. Still chasing down his teammate. Will these two be working together to try and catch back up? They're still within that boost mode zone. But all these drivers will be looking to pit again. Billy now catching the back of Costanamo, who is actually yet to pit, I think. Or he pitted really early. One of the two. Let's have a look. What tyres is he on? He's on 18 lap hard, so he's definitely on a one stop. Sid once again chasing down the other Ferrari. Is he going to turn him into past a twist and make him spin around again? Is he going to get the overtake done? You get what I did there? Twist. Because you're spinning around. It's twisting, in it. So it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny joke, that, guys. Clip it. I could... Yeah. Still overtaking Sid. No, Sid comes into the pits. $16 laps remaining. Sid actually comes into the pits to retire, so what a shame.
That guy. Finish a race, man.
What is the completion? How many races has he completed this season? I think 2. I know if there was like a competition to see who's finished the least races, but actually has to race, I think it'll be pretty close between him and the KFC bloke.
Yeah, I don't get why he's retired there.
Don't know. It's L mindset.
I really don't get it. Yeah, I really don't get it. You know, he's fighting up with P9 and P10. Yeah, he had to stop again, but a lot of these guys are going to be doing that, especially the early stoppers. So his race wasn't exactly done for.
Well, you know, Sid is his own driver and his own engineer, so who knows?
Yeah.
Ty Clear chasing down Mirror. These two drivers doing really well to be up there with that top pack. Any more moves? Yes, we got Jack on RS Salguero. High Clear getting pretty close to the back of him. Can he get it done this lap? 22 laps out of the 36.
The laps don't just tick down around here, don't they? With the lap being so short, like you look up and when you look back, loads of laps have gone.
Still now has a 6-second penalty, so all RS Salguero needs to do is find 3 seconds, and then here we can get his first point of the season.
Mirror just went deep at turn 3, which allowed Ty Clear to get through up into P4.
Kev the slice on Cost Dynamo, or Cost on Kev. These guys are battling out hard, side by side, as this is a stinky camera angle. Oh, they spin each other around. What is wrong with EA? I couldn't see that because of some stupid cameras, but it's fine. Don't know what happened there. We just saw some spinning.
Is Jack disconnected? I haven't seen it come up saying he's left the session, but his car is ghosted.
He pitted. Oh, really? I'm not sure. He pitted really early.
Oh, no, sorry. It's not Jack. It's Alberto.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I was looking at Jack's name as I said that. No, Alberto. His car's ghosted. I haven't seen anything pop up to say he left. Oh, he's back solid now. That was weird. I don't know if that's a connection thing. No, he is still ghosted. I don't know what's going on there. He keeps coming back solid and then ghosting. It's weird. For me, anyway.
Drizzle overtakes the Aston Martin by the slimmest of margins. Gets up to P10 for now. Billy comes into the pits. That means Somebody Cares is going to retake the lead of this race. And hopefully he can get a bit of a margin to Billy. Otherwise, Billy will be in for those that top spot in the final few laps of the race. There's a yellow flag over in Sector 2. Is that Andreas? No, it's Mirror. No, it was Mirror. Mirror has spun it. It's now P9. Biddy comes out still in P3, so guaranteed podium for him if he can get the gap due to his penalty.
Been crazy this race.
Mm.
Don't think I could have predicted the things that we've seen.
Cos and Kev are getting pretty close together. I think these two actually made contact not that long ago in the race. Only 2 retirements out of the 21 that drove. It should have been 22, but due to unfortunate events, was unable to make it.
Jack's defending really well against Steele at the moment. Jack, sorry. Steele stuck his nose in. Steele, what are you doing?
Not going to say anything here. We don't want to push anyone's buttons, but I'll leave it over to Lanky.
I think he needs to give that one back, really, from what I could see there.
He probably won't do that.
Based on past results. He just stuck his nose in and sort of pushed the Aston Martin out of the way. I had a clear view of that. So that, to me, is a definite punt to pass there. But we'll see if it gets reported. I can't say too much, but I can only say what I saw from my angle.
Yeah, after Texas, we don't want to make anyone. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, Jack overtakes Costa Namo up to P5. He's got a penalty, but he's going to be fighting as hard as he can to get up to that podium spot. Jack back on still. Never mind, he's losing time. Could this be the first race of the season where Steele doesn't get points? Jack overtakes the Aston Martin. All he needs to do now is find 6 seconds in these final 10 laps. Biddy overtakes Ty Clear. Now it's up to P2. Makes it a Audi 1-2 again. And with those fresh tyres, I imagine he's going to be chasing down Nobody Cares pretty quickly. So you're in the middle of the race, but you decide to go into AI to go and comment that. That is smart.
Well, I don't know if he's done that or done that down the straight.
I mean, I'm not sure, but either way,
foot on the pedal.
You know what? Instead of focusing on my race, I'm going to comment in a Twitch chat.
So he did think what I saw. He thought the same thing. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one.
That is some absolute Aston Martin strategies right there. RS Salguero overtakes Alberto Tetris. Andreas overtakes Shrek.
That I think I've found out why I'm seeing the cars ghosting now. They're being lapped.
Oh, I guess makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Jack is gaining on time on Ty Clear, but he's not gaining that much time on Costa Ammo, even though he has a penalty as well. So he might be able to get the podium. We shall see.
What is the penalty situation?
Not as many people as I thought actually have penalties.
Not as many people, but the ones that do have it, there's only 2 people with a 3.
Is there? Ish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Billy has a 6 second, so he's going to have to go and push.
and then Jack with 9 in P4. So
Oh yeah.
there'll
So
be a bit of
he's
shuffling come the end of the race.
so he won't be getting a podium unless Koss can gain 3 seconds on him. I don't know how much has he got.
Oh, I think. Oh, who was that? Was that Dr. Steele? No. Yeah, it was. He's done well to keep that out the wall there. I'll give him that one. He just snapped out at turn 1 and he was really close to the wall.
Will his teammate give the position back, or will they fight? As Jack actually gets another 3-second penalty.
That's 12.
So he's
Ooh.
struggling to keep it within the white lines. And it's common around track like this, I guess.
Yeah, but 12 seconds, that's going to jump up and bite him.
Mm.
It's this corner where the 2 Ferraris are that I find one of the worst to pick up a penalty. When you come round that quick left-hander and then have to snap to the right.
Mm.
What turns is that? 4, 6, and 7. Oh dear.
Oh! Someone clip that. Someone clip that.
No, it's 7 and 8. It's 7 and 8.
No, you said it. You said it. You said it. Someone clip that.
I was trying to maths, but I think it's turn 7 and 8.
Lanky for the first time did a 6-7. It's crazy. Not that long left remaining. Billy is gaining on Snobody, but Snobody without a penalty. Looks like he's going to come for a second win in a row. Six laps left. There's quite a bit of gaps. I mean, apart from the back, Pipe Tech on Jack.
Yeah, and Alberto and Aiden, they've been at it for a lap or two as well. Alberto, no, sorry, Shrek and Alberto, that is.
Mm.
So the 2 at the very back there having a nice little battle with each other.
Pipe Tech looks to make a move on the outside of turn 1. Doesn't get it done, but I imagine he has the momentum to do it on this straight. It's got the slipstream. Goes for the inside and gets the move done before they reach the braking mark.
Clear looking at a podium though, I've got to say, personally, that's one that is shocking me.
I mean, if he
Not
can,
putting the lad down or anything. I don't mean anything bad by that,
not
but
just a podium,
he
but
has
P2.
struggled.
P2
Yeah, he has
is on
struggled recently. So in this division, so like to see him up there, it's quite surprising.
Oh no, he needs to. Okay, so it's on for Tyre Clear. 8 attempts and he's got P2. Obviously, P3 is still really good, but you always want that extra position.
I think he'll be surprised himself with where he is.
Yeah, obviously he has won a race around here before, but as the seasons go on, it does get a bit more competitive. So we have an Alpine in the wall. Is that Drizzle? No, who was that? I think it
Yeah,
was
he was
Williams.
over in the gravel. It was Alberto.
Alberta. Oh, that's unfortunate for him. As JB comes into the pits to retire.
Another stopper with him. Alberto's come in, but who's that that's coming out the pit? Oh, that's Aiden. There it is. I can see it on his name.
Mm. Who was in the Grazzle, Lanky?
Gravel was
You mean Grazzle?
Alberto. Grazzle, yeah, that one.
Yeah, Grazzle, yeah.
Yeah, in the Grazzle. In the gravel.
Course Dynamo is actually on to get P4 as well. How much will Jack fight Ty Clear with that 12-second penalty? We shall see.
My brain wasn't braining. I put two words together there, I think. Looking at
3 laps
drizzle and
left.
trying to say gravel. Don't do it.
Jack gets ahead of Ty Clear, or does he? Don't imagine these two will be fighting that hard.
Jack's going for it. If Jack does have more pace at this point, it might be worth Ty sticking with him to try and be like pulled along for the time being. He knows he's going to get the position from Jack anyway, so don't really want to waste too much time fighting it.
There won't be any more safety cars, so that
No,
probably
we're at that point now.
Yeah, almost 2 laps. Well, 2 laps left remaining. Snowbody is about to lap someone, and that will be Shrek, I believe. No, RS Alguero, sorry.
Yeah.
Ty Clear just out of that overtake zone now. However, with this many laps left remaining, he should be guaranteed a podium.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's on 12 seconds, wasn't he? So definitely got it on Jack. It'd be interesting to see how the grid does end up being once these penalties all shuffle them about come the end. Obviously, Snowbody's win is looking set in stone at this point.
His teammate with a strong race as well. Obviously, that penalty is not going to help him at all. But doing well after falling back at the start of the race a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Strong race pace-wise for both the Audis. Qualifying was decent, and then in the race on track, as it stands, a 1-2. There's not a bad week for them this week.
As Mira gets a 10-second penalty, so that fight for P7 is all based on track. If Drizzle was a bit closer, that would have been guaranteed points for him.
Hilly battling with Griffin. Hilly gets a move done way before they need to break. So easy pass there for Hilly. He needs to try and I don't know how many seconds he's on worth a pen, but it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to say anymore. I was going to say he needs to try and get a bit that 3-second gap, but he needs a bit more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, 3-second gap in a lap would be a lot to ask, but
anything can happen. So we enter the final lap
all
for
it
the
takes
leader.
is Griffin to spin.
So we enter the final lap. The only fight that's ongoing is the Cadillac on the Aston.
Dr. Steele only managed to get to P9 on track, so definitely not a race to remember for him today.
2 points should be good enough for, well, not really good enough. Both of these rivals are ahead of him. So Nobody Cares comes across the line and finishes for take that win.
He'll be over the moon with that. We know what Snowbody's like. He'll be really chuffed with that.
How far back does Jack drop? I imagine to P4. Ty Clear comes to the line and gets that podium. Cross Dynamo, does he get ahead of Jack? Yes, he does. So Jack will be P5 for now. Hilly P6. There are some yellow flags from the final corners. Did Hilly run out of fuel on the very last lap? Or did he? Don't know what happened there, but a yellow flag. I think he did. I think he did run out of fuel in that final.
Yeah, on his telemetry, he's got red, so I think he did.
That might have just got. No, he had a big penalty, so I don't think it would have mattered. But that might have just cost him a bit of time, especially to Kev. If Kev was or Mira, sorry, I think due to that,
Dr.
Mira
Steele
was able
drops
to
a
get
P10,
ahead.
so he only gets 1 point.
And that's going to be it for this race. Andrea's chasing down a lapped car. As he crosses the line, and that's going to be it for Austria. Somebody Cares takes the win once again for the second time in a row, and now the fight for the championship is on.
Yeah, strong result for the Audi team.
1-2.
That overall constructors, yeah.
Yeah. Now, can Division 1 do that? It's all down to Brian and Bruno, and my hopes are low. Or my doubts are high, sorry. Anyway, so Nobody Cares takes the win. It's Audi 1-2. Billy P2 tie clear, gets his first podium of the season. Then after that is Koss, Jack, Griffin, Mira, Hilly, Kev the Space, and Still finishing out that top 10. And then after that, we have Drizzle, Andres, Shrek, Salguero, Jack, Aiden. And then following that, JB, Tetris, Sid, and Lando's car all DNFing within the race. But that is going to be it from us, from me and Lanky. I hope you enjoyed the race. You'll be with Lanky tomorrow at 8, but you'll be back with us today. Well, not today, next week for round 6, which is going to be the following track. It is going to be Baku. Oh, it's going to be a tough track for these drivers, but we shall see you then. But until then, it's been a nice race. Congratulations